The transportation and logistics industry has its own set of challenges. In the hot seat, industry thought leaders take on M&A and what's driving the future of transportation and logistics. Are you ready for the hot seat?
Welcome to In the Hot Seat with the Tenney Group. I'm Spencer Tenney. It's good to be with you. Wouldn't it be nice if it was just easier to locate warehousing and parking options? Well, my next guest might be able to help us. With me in the hot seat today, we've got Sheetal Panchal from Stackley. Sheetal, welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you, Spencer.
Now, before we heat things up a little bit, why don't you just take 20 to 30 seconds and tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing at Stackley.
So first of all, thank you, Spencer, for having me on this call. I appreciate your time. So about Stackley.com. So Stackley.com is a hybrid marketplace platform offering warehouse storage and vehicle parking solutions. We have around 300 plus partner locations nationwide where we partner with parking operators, storage and parking facilities, property management companies, hospitality businesses, and as well as private property owners to help them monetize their unused spaces and at the same time, offering affordable and secure parking solutions and storage solutions for our customers.
I love it. All right. With that, let's heat things up a little bit here. So let's back up a little bit. Before we get into Stackley, let's talk about kind of the genesis of your entrepreneurial journey here. How did you become an entrepreneur? And obviously, you're now co-founder and CEO of Stackley, but that didn't happen overnight. Tell us about your journey as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I have, before starting my entrepreneur journey, I have 17 years of experience in the software industry. I was leading technical projects, leading product initiatives. So I also, before my professional career, I did my education in software engineering. So throughout my education, as well as my professional career, I was always curious to solve problems using technology. So that is how, I geared towards this and that's why, I took up this entrepreneurship journey. And specific for Stackley, how we started with Stackley was I have been a real estate investor myself. So at times, we had such times where our properties were sitting idle, and not only ours, in my network, I spoke with other property owners and they faced the same problem. So, and around the same time, I spoke with, few truckers, I spoke with few travelers, and I learned that, it was they were struggling to find affordable and secure parking solutions. So that is how, we saw that there was a gap in the market and, we can solve this or bridge this gap using technology.
No, I love that. So you see there's a problem. What's the first couple things that you do as an entrepreneur? Not necessarily just with Stackley, but what is your internal process as an entrepreneur? You see a problem. Yeah, you could do something about it, but what's the next couple of steps to kind of prove out concept that this has got some legs?
So I would start with when we see a problem, we always, first of all, check with interview people. We interviewed property owners, we interviewed the travelers, truckers. So kind of do a pre-validation before you can, actually build something. So that is the first step. And then once you validate that, again, I would suggest do not build, the entire solution. That is what we did. Do not just build a small MVP kind of a version or even any rudimentary version, keeping your cost low. And again, validate with the real customers. So, and only once that validation is successful, you can continue to expand. So, and, along the time or along the way, if you see, something is not working, then, you can pivot. But do not build everything on day one, because, you won't know what exactly the customers are looking for. So taking customers' feedback along the way, and making some pivots. So, and keeping your solution adaptable is something that we have been doing, and I suggest other entrepreneurs as well.
I think that's great. I'm curious, I think something that's special about entrepreneurs is just pretty much their comfort with failure. I don't think you can really be an entrepreneur unless you have some level of comfort with failing.
Yes.
So tell me about what has failing along your entrepreneurial journey, like what has it taught you?
Yeah, I mean, you are correct. Like, there will be failures, there will be a lot of challenges, and, you have to be like, adaptable, and, never have that attitude of, not giving up. So, yeah, we also faced a lot of challenges in the beginning. We did some pivots. So, yeah, that is, and I would say that, do not still and hesitate to try out new things. So even if, your one business failed, or even if your 10 businesses fail, do not give up. So not giving up is a, very important factor of being an entrepreneur.
Pretty tough. So let's talk about that in terms of Stackly. You gave us a nice overview of that, kind of how you got started. You had some challenges getting through. What's up ahead for Stackly? What do you envision as far as your ability to solve problems in the space?
Yeah, so we are expecting to grow our network of partner locations. Currently, we have 300 plus. So, expanding our partner location to more cities and more states, and so that we can offer more options for our customers, and building a strong relationship with our customers and partners, having more options for integrations from a technology point of view. Like, if any partner, they already have their system, build a solution where we can integrate to their system. And also, depending on the need, like if there are many partners, then we can build that. So having more options for integrating our platform with other systems, and making adding more features to make our platform more seamless and more user friendly as possible.
So what are the types of partners that you're currently working with that are experiencing the most success as part of that partnership?
Yeah, so we have the storage and parking facilities, and the parking operators, hospitality businesses, whom we are helping to monetize their unused spaces to earn additional revenue for them.
Well, I love that. So what do you see as the challenges to scale moving forward? Because I guess my first question is, how big is the market for what you're doing? I think that's a really interesting way to think about this. You're expecting to scale, but how big is this market?
Yeah, so like in terms of truck parking facilities, we have a lot of many locations, but we are also trying to bring in other options, like hospitality businesses, or private property owners, real estate investors, so that those are options that can be leveraged for different type of parking. So there are like numerous market out there that can be currently, which is not being utilized, or it's untapped, and we can bring them and provide more options. So
Oh, I love it. What about your technology, your platform? How do you see that evolving to meet the growing needs in our space?
yeah, so we have built a cloud platform, and we have built it in such a way that it's easily scalable uh, as we expand in different markets. So yeah, so scalability is something that we focus on, and building in such a way that it's easy to integrate with other systems. So
I like that. So what are the other systems that you're finding yourself integrating with? What would be some examples of those?
So we have had like few parking operators, they are using their own system. and we have had a request if we can integrate our platform with there. That way, it can provide a seamless experience to them, and makes things easier for them. So yeah, so that is what like we are looking into next, and we may have some options going forward.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, I think this is a fascinating area of the T&L space. Where would you like to take this? What's next for your company, and what do you see as the next big thing?
Yeah. So one other feedback that we received from many logistics company, and even like the trucking companies who have been using our parking solution, that they also need some warehouse space, like maybe some office or warehouse space for the logistics process that they carry out. So warehouse space is something that we recently started, and that is something that we are looking forward to.
Excellent. All right. Well, I've got one more question, a bit of a wild card for you.
Mhm.
I'm interested in this. You have a really interesting entrepreneurial journey. Who would you say has been a particularly influential person in your life as an entrepreneur? Who's giving you the best advice, and what was it?
So I have not like seeked out any advisor. Like I have a co-founder, so we have not taken any external advice as an advisor kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I have many role models I look up to, in the entrepreneurship journey, and I try to see how they have been successful, and what did they do that we can adapt, and have similar output and similar success. So yeah, that is what.
I love that. Well, Sheetal, what's the best way for people to find out more about what you're doing in the T&L space?
So they can visit our website, stackly.com. They can sign up, and we also send a newsletter to our customers time to time with our, new features coming up. So they can sign up on our website to receive those newsletters and updates about what's coming up and what's going on.
Well, I love it. Well, congrats on the progress that you've made. Thanks for sharing what you're working on, a new wrinkle in the T&L space. That's going to do it for us here in the hot seat. We will see you next time.
Thank you so much, Spencer. I appreciate your time.